it's people that really keep drawing me back to things like this, and I really think that it's in these minds and not in this place that we can really find grounds to grow on. But one of the main ones I think is going to be that waterfall jump. Um, Me psyching myself out at the bottom and doing, I've made that step a million times, but just the heights, everything else was compounding on me, and then Evan was just like, you can do this. You are not a risk adverse person. So I was like, yeah, I'm not. And I got up and I made the jump, and it felt like such an awesome overcoming of my fears to do that. And I think that was this trek to me was a lot more mindful and intentional, at least on my half. I'm sure that I made certain mistakes, but it felt like I was more in the zone with the group. I was able to present and lead with vulnerabilities more so, and just I think everybody involved was just more mindful and reflective and okay to go into those places that maybe wouldn't be ventured into in normal conversation, and everybody was ready to go and they wanted to. And I think that had to do with the question of the day and the peace within, the peace among, and the peace throughout. I think all of those were tiny little contributing factors to make this trip both, physically, mentally, emotionally engaging, and it made this trek really special. This trek was incredibly humbling because I came here and I was immediately stripped of what I would argue is my only and best tool, which is my ability to communicate via words. And when that was gone, I was left as this fearful little human that was just trying to, swing his hands around and find his way through. And it worked. And so it was very humbling, but also very empowering. This kind of experience would make State College a more connected place. And, community members that have lived there for 40 years would be talking to the freshmen that live down the street from them and wanting to work with them and wanting to make that place, just enriched and sing with all of the possibilities of everybody involved instead of just looking out for guided interest groups. They'd be this collective that could create and move forward and progress in this incredible way that no individual would really be able to do on their own. To me, a Hearth Trek is taking interesting and compelling people and putting them in an interesting and compelling place and seeing what happens. I hope to not stifle or intimidate or any otherwise antagonize people, but instead lift them up and show them the paths they can take, and just keep everything open and allow them to do more, while also being able to do everything as a participant. I want to be a part of rather than apart from. I learn something new every time I wake up in the morning and I follow Wade around or I talk to any of my companions. They're all so interesting and compelling, and really it's modeling that behavior in all aspects of life attracts similar people. And I think if I keep doing things like this, I will attract the people that I want to be around. And I think ultimately that is my and everybody else's best resources, is the people that they can call friend, and the people that will be there for you if you need them to be.